Hey everybody, this is Joe's Premium Firewood. Today is April 1st, 2024, which is April Fool's Day, or JPF Haters Day. It is also my monthly inventory video, so let's get going on that. Right here, I got a little bit of boiler wood. When I'm up here splitting wood, I just drop it down here, and by the end of summer, it'll be a big pile there. Over here, this is my brother's firewood inventory, the self-proclaimed king of firewood, and I'm his #1 customer. Whenever I buy from him, I sort out all the mid-grade stuff and the rejects and just buy the premium off him and then deliver it. He's probably got a good, at least probably 3 or 4 full cords still there. So I will be buying most of that. You can see up at the house, the wood that we burn, a lot of that was my brother's wood because I told him I didn't want all that limb wood because of the way he piles it. It gets all moldy. And so I said, just give it to mom. Give it to mom because I don't want it. And I try to stay away from limb wood if it's cut green or try to get it at least split in half. Got a little bit of ash here that I just bought from I bought about a month ago from my supplier, Phil. I did sell some of it, and I can split the rest of that into my truck on next order. Over here, this is what I call my bay #1. Only dry, ready to burn wood goes in here. So you can see I've got some ash, and then there's some oak out here. You can see that. When oak looks like that diameter, I guarantee you that's dry and ready to burn. So I'm gonna start filling this up. I think after this video, I'm gonna pull the quad out of there, get the Ultra and put it inside there and get it ready to split tomorrow because it's gonna be raining. So I'm gonna put the splitter in there so I can stay dry. You can see I've got these walls built up, and if you can see the dents on the wall back there, I usually fill this all the way up as much as I can, and then have it for a customer pickup and sell throughout the winter. Then that's bay #1, so that makes this bay #2. And this is the last of the dry stuff that I've had. This stuff's been in here for months. Or actually, we did add some of this stuff to it that my supplier Nate and Mike brought me, and I want to clear this out. So as people order summer campfire wood, I want to make this priority, get rid of this, get this all emptied out, and then I can start replacing it with some semi-season stuff. That right there was some hickory and oak that Nate brought me. Mike just dropped off some cherry, and I'll show you where the other cherry that he brought me yesterday. And you can see I like to build a wall perimeter all the way around here. You can see how that's stacked there. So when we throw in here, it kind of protects the siding a little bit better. So my goal is to have this filled up with semi-season wood, or only semi-season wood can go in here till May 31st. Then after that, it's got to be dry and ready to burn stuff like this. And I want to fill this whole area up and try not to sell it until like January. Over here, this is my bundled assembly area. I just delivered. I usually store 30 bundles there. I just delivered to the store on Saturday, so that's empty. And I had been making the pieces off of that, even though that's not bundle grade. There was the wood that was available, and it was right next to this, so I went ahead and did it. You can see I've sorted out some bundle grade rounds. There's some cherry, a few pieces of elm and ash in there, the perfect circles. And I'm hoping I can get this sold out. Then I can build up a wall there, and then you can see where those 2 posts are. I stacked 2 rows and then just make them right there with that Brogala twine that I bought. Back here, I just moved this splitter back here, my old Husky. I just want to get it out of the way. When that's all gone and we're bringing in more wood, I can get by here in my truck, and then, or whoever brings it to me, we can get it unloaded there, and then for splitting. Out here, this is ready to burn oak. That's where I keep that. Anytime I get oak that's barkless and dry, and this isn't full. This is where I take it, but you can see there is some up at bay number 1. There is some apple right there. I never get that. For that little bit right there, I would want $60 for. And back in here, this is what I call Oak Alley. And only 100% oak goes back here. This is the rack, obviously, I'm working off of. So that's the next dry stuff. They have a restaurant that buys it. So if they don't, when they order, that's what they're gonna get. And then that stuff right there, I think the next dry stuff is that. Even though that's been there the longest, that's been there since June of 2022, but it was cut green, and I just don't think it's ready yet. I think it'll be ready in the fall though. Got another rack right here. This was just split, but you can see you got starting to get cracks in the pieces of wood. It was semi-seasoned, you know. You can see the black from the mold or whatever on the ends of the pieces. Mike brought me that. This is a 100% white oak. Occasionally I get people asking for that, so anytime I get white oak, I put it there. I can go about another foot higher, and then I'll call that full. There is another in between those trees, and boy, it looks like it's leaning pretty good. I better get over there, maybe push it so it don't fall over. I don't want to pick it up. And right here I've got some rounds. Nate brought me some. He bombed me with a bunch of wood last month, and I did take some of that to a couple customers. This is where a lot of it went and split, but I had some left over. And so, I've got a few customers that do order early, and I'll probably get that in there because I don't like rounds sitting out here. This area, this is my summer camp firewood area, and those rounds, you can see I've finally decided to start stacking it, even though I really don't like to do it. It adds a lot of time. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But a lot of my summer campfire wood is made up of maple, sassafras, and cherry. Generally, sometimes oak gets through, but you can see I got more pallets lined up there, and I want to put it there. This right here is my my cherry firewood storage area. Mike just brought me, when he came yesterday, he brought me like all that plus what was on the other side. So that's all full. Now this stuff is green, so it's gonna probably take all summer to dry. But Mike and I did we delivered half a truckload of cherry to a new customer, a restaurant right here in Orangeville, and it's all dry. So this is the oldest stuff. I would say, you know, all the way probably through that one. So if anybody needs dry cherry, that's all going to be ready. You can see, like I say, cracks forming in this too. Then over here, I got this silver maple. This stuff's ready to burn. You can see the limb wood we got in there, and but it's all summer campfire wood. But I believe I can split this right into my truck. But I want to get bay 2 empty. This morning, I watched a video from in the wood yard with Chris in the wood yard up in Wisconsin, and he's finally stopped stacking the wood. He said he saves about 400 hours of stacking, and I'm a firm believer of that too. It should only be stacked at the delivery, at the customers. It's a waste of time stacking it. But it does. One thing I do disagree in his video is that storing it like that, like he's doing it now, piled. The wood on the bottom in the middle, you know, doesn't dry where the crap. That's why I've been staging it, especially if the wood's cut green. It needs to be stacked for proper drying. That's my personal opinion anyway. All right, back to the video. We're gonna go on a little road trip down the driveway. Or should I say a driveway trip, not a road trip. But I want to show you I got some piles down here. Maybe show you my mileage. When I bought I got to put some oil in this. But my mileage, I think, come on, we know this airbag needs service. I bought it at 186, and that's where we're at now. All right, let's head down here, show you what we got. So this right here, I just cut this limbwood over in the neighbor's property, or when we were processing the black locust. That's all black locust, except I think there's one piece of cherry in there. And it's for mom, but mom doesn't need any more wood. You know, it's already April and the wood's up there, the house should last, so we'll cut this up for her in the fall when she needs it. And right here I got more summer campfire wood. This is all dry. This is my oldest stuff right here, but like I say, I want to empty bay number 2 first, and then I can sell this stuff. And then this stuff Mike brought 2 weeks ago. All that right there came out of his one truck. In his truck, he had it stacked up to the top, and this is how much wood we got out of it. It's well, except for the little bit of limbwood on the top, I just added that to it. But Mike brought all this cherry and sassafras out in one truckload and got it split, so this stuff's drying, and I'll be selling that next year. And then I've got some coming up here. I've got this is my outdoor boiler wood area. I have one customer that's been buying. They bought a couple loads from me, and this is where that's basically all the outdoor boiler wood that I have right now. So I'm gonna stop right here. We're gonna go take you down around here real quick. Check out this stuff. This is what I call my hickory haven, but I have other stuff down here too. Now, when Nate bombed me with some wood, this is some hickory that Nate bombed me with, and I'll be doing not my priority. My priority lately has been going to the neighbors and cleaning out all that locust before he sold the property. And I guess on May 1st, the new owners will take over. So, but I've got the most of it out of there. There's little nickel and dime stuff that I can get yet. So now that's why I'm backed up on my splitting. So this isn't enough to fill this area, because I think it's about 13 feet in between there, and I get 2 rows, so I can get more than a full cord in here, and that's where that's going to go. There's no way there's a full cord right there. And then this is more hickory. I just had a guy come on Thursday, and this was out to about here, and he got himself a truckload. Some of it he didn't like. He didn't like the limbwood. I said, any pieces you don't like, just move it to the back. We'll sort through it, and but this is my oldest and driest stuff that I have right now. And on Saturday I did a live stream, and then I also published that video. I split this long cut. I had a bunch of long cuts around sitting there that have been sitting there since like 2022. I would say there's well over a full cord here because of how long these are cut, and it's stacked, basically 4 foot high. And that's what I got. I just decided I was thinking about splitting it into the truck, but I split it and stacked it in that video, and it'll turn gray like that. It's just better for the drying. So plus, like I said, I don't like seeing the rounds on the ground. Got a pile of rejects for mom here. This right here, this is all the black locust that we got out of the neighbor's woods. I did split and deliver 1 truckload of it so far, and I loaded up some limbwood to another customer. But this basically, except for these, you can see these still have the bark. That's a little bit greener. The next load I take to my customer, I'm taking this stuff so he can do the drying of it, and it'll get buried, and then it can dry at his house. But look at all this black gold, or firewood gold right here already. A lot of this stuff has been hung up and down on the ground for over 15 years, and it's dry. I could just split this into the truck and it would be ready, except for that little bit right here that we got from the one tree on Sunday's live stream video on my other channel. So you might want to check that out. But isn't that beautiful looking firewood right there? Make sure you let me know in the comments that you really like the black locust, and hit the thumbs up. Over here, now this stuff is oak, which most of this stuff here, now there's a little bit of white oak that I put on the top that I got from my cousin. But this red oak stuff, a customer brought me, like, I think he gave me 4 trailer loads like this. And in exchange, I'm going to bring him one process load of firewood that'll be ready to burn in the fall. So I'm going to give him some of this, but like I say, this is cut green and it's going to take forever. Oak takes forever to dry. Got a little pile, like now there's some boiler wood that was just too rotten we threw in the woods, and then there's a little pile here for mom to burn. And then I've got some long cut wood over here, but a lot of that looks pretty bad. It would have to be sorted. I think I could sell some of it, but you know, that's what happens to limbwood. It has all that moisture, and half that's garbage right there. And we got some more hickory over here. I got these from Scotty. I will have to, when I split the hickory, I'm going to split these pieces and top this off. But this stuff has been split in the fall. So when that other stuff, when I sell that, this is what gets sold next. But I lost my main customer that was buying the hickory from me, the restaurant. Then I get guys occasionally come over and pick up little bits here and there. So I need to find another restaurant customer. So when I do, I want this stuff to be dry, seasoned, or whatever you want to call it. And you know, there's probably, that's like 30 feet long. So there's, you know, over at least 2 full cords right there. And then this is other stuff that Nate brought me a dump trailer load of hickory. I guess his partner John, or his business partner John, had a bunch of hickory trees logged in his property. I drove by, seen him out in his yard, and so he's got tons of hickory available. But this is, you know, basically my area. I'm gonna have to get another pallet, replace that one, and fill this area up with this is enough, I'm sure, to fill that up. And then it's usually, I can get about 2 Joe cords in there, which is like a 20-foot long stack of wood, cut 16 inches long, 4 foot tall. That's about how much that area holds. So I do sell some, I do have a self-serve driveway stand. It's over here, you can see that, and there's some bundles there that I sell. So that's it for the inventory video today on April 1st, April Fool's Day, or JPF Haters Day. So I want to thank everybody who made it to the end. Thanks for the thumbs up, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.